In this video, we are going to talk about the very powerful tool of the object-oriented programming feature that is called as inheritance. Now, what is inheritance? Inheritance has been defined as the property by which the class of one acquires the property of another class. This is so beautifully called as inheritance. In our normal life, you might have inherited something from someone, and if not, then biologically you might have inherited some characteristic traits from your parents. The same way, this feature is called the inheritance, and this talks about the developing, or you can say the acquiring the property of a class. Now, for example, suppose I have a class which is already present there. You have seen in my previous video, this is just a class called circle. So this class circle, which has a radius and two functions, which has got the circumference and the area, they simply calculate about these things. Now we just want that can our cylinder class, which is already defined here as independent features, can this inherit this class? Yes. So I'm just going to rework with this class, and just I want to write that my cylinder class is extending, means inheriting, so extends circle. So this is extending circle. So when a class extends to another class, it means the cylinder class can be called as the subclass, and the circle class will be called as the superclass. In other programming languages like C++ and C, one is called as the base class, other class as derived class. But however, in Java programming terminologies, we just call one class as subclass. So cylinder is the subclass and circle is the superclass. Well, so now here you see that we have got the two variables r and h, where the circle class have one variable which is just the radius. So if I invoke, because normally I'll be working with the objects of the cylinder rather than the objects of circles, so in that condition we need to make a constructor for cylinder so that the other variable also get invoked. So I write super. So if you just write super, means the default constructor of the base class or the super class will be inherited. So when this super is invoked, it means the default constructor of this circle class will be invoked. Now here there is some little discrepancies, because in this condition we assumed our variable to be double. However, here our variable is int, so I can make it double. So this is my double. Now, when you create the constructor of second class cylinder, then in this condition we have to pass two variables. One is double. Double goes for the super class. So here with the help of super, we'll pass r, and then this is x. So this is x, and now it is initialized. Now you see that we have these two functions, public double lateral surface area. So if you go inside this function, if you try to find, we are just trying to find out the 2 pi r h, but will it work? Because, and this is pi r square h, will it work? Because this thing have already been calculated. Now let me go back to the control class and let me create a cylinder object. So this is cylinder cc equals new cylinder, and here I pass one double value, that will be the radius, and other is integer value, that will be considered as the height. And now here I pass and I call my function system.volume. So let me use this system.out.println, and this one will help me saving some time. So here it goes, and then here I have got it. So the first volume. Now I'm just trying to explain you that we have two classes. Circle class also have the two functions, which are circumference and the area. So here you see I'm calling, this is the volume, this is circumference, and at the same time you can access that instance variable radius also. And then I'm just trying to explain you that how in some other way you can play around with these variables. Now look at these terms. So this is radius. Now this radius is the radius of the circle class. So I can say here that circle radius, and this radius is the radius of the cylinder class. However, both are same, but they are accessed by different variables and they are stored somewhere in different variables also. So cylinder, so this naming only helps you to recognize which radius you are accessing about. Now let me run. So here it goes, and then you will find that I have achieved something really different with the idea of inheritance. So now you see, this is it. Circle radius is 12 points, this one, and the cylinder radius is 0. How can you say that? How cylinder radius is 0? Because you have created the object of this cylinder 12.33 and r, but you are this passing these variables to. So this is the mechanical problem with the system, because here radius is gone into the r. Now when I'm trying to access the radius, then this variable is coming into the picture. Now this one is double x, so y is coming into x. Now just let's see, what if I just try to print cylinder h, then will we get the height or 12, which is, or we also get some 0 value, but you'll get 12 because this has been initialized. Now why the problem is coming differently? Now this is 12. Now see, but the height here in the previous case, the first what we have print is the cc volume. It means one variable which we are trying to access here directly with the help of the cc radius, because this is our radius. So the cc radius is here, but we are not accessing with it with the help of the circle class. We are accessing with the help of object of the cylinder class. That is the reason why this radius is coming differently. So this is how you can find, this is the complicacy of the system, or this is called the trivialness of the system, but this is a very weird situation, and now you have to pay attention what it is and watch for my next video. Till now, keep on thinking why this is happening. Have a very nice time.